This video is going to help you navigate and use CoreTools. This is a website that I've shared with teachers that helps them find quality strategies and mini tasks to teach literacy skills and to find full LDC modules that can be implemented in the classroom immediately. The website is called CoreTools.ldc.org. When you first go there, you'll need to create a login. The website is free, and it will be free for the future. There is no plans for it to have a cost associated. The two main tools we'll be using, or links, are My Library and LDC Library. The LDC Library is a collection of publicly shared strategies and lessons and sometimes units that have been either just shared by individual teachers or been reviewed and vetted using a very rigorous review and process. My Library is where you can copy these for you to quickly view and edit as you choose. First, let's look at the LDC Library. There's two quick terms you'll need to know. These are a module and a mini task. A module is a full set of lessons that go through the entire process that we've been talking about, such as preparing for the task, reading process, transition to writing, and writing process. A mini task is just one strategy to teach one skill, such as active reading or writing or speaking and listening. So first, let's look at how to find a mini task. Over here we have filters. These have been reviewed if they're exemplary or good to go using a rigorous review criteria. So I'm going to filter for just mini tasks. And I'm looking for something to help my students write a comparison essay. And I'm in middle school, but I'm going to stretch it a little bit and say 5 to 9. And I'm going to look for something that helps with comparison. And there's two things. Well, that didn't quite look like exactly what I want. So I'm going to change this a little bit and write compare. And now I've got 13. Oh, outline for compare and contrast essay. So this is going to be a mini task. And so once I click on it, it'll show me the name of it. This is what my students are going to create. These are sort of, how long it should take to teach, the grade level band, what skill this is going to teach them to be able to do. These are standards from different states. So whoever made it used their state writing standard. And here's the instructions for students. The prompt I'm going to give them, how I'm going to assess them, and then what I'm going to do in the classroom to teach the skill. And then at the bottom, any handouts that I can click on and print out. So that's a mini task. Now, if I want to be able to find it quickly, I want to move it into My Library. So I'm going to click More Options and Copy Mini Task. And once I do that, it's in My Library. So if I click on My Library, I can see it right here, outline for compare and contrast essay. If I want to print this out, I can click on it, and I can click More Options, Export as PDF, and then all I have to do is download the PDF and click Print. From the PDF, I can still click on this to pull up the document and download it. But this is a one-pager of the lesson plan for this strategy on outline for compare and contrast essay. So as you teach different skills and are looking for strategies and resources and organizers, I encourage you to look for rated meaning not unrated, mini tasks, and using the filter here to help. But let's say I want something, I'm about to teach a unit or a concept, and I want to find something for that. Then I'm going to look for a module. A module is another way of saying a full task, like that describes what students are going to do and read and write, and then the instruction to teach them how to do it. And I'm going to do it on the Declaration of Independence. Now, I'm in middle school, so I'm going to change this to 5-9, just to stretch the band a little bit and maybe get more. And I'm going to change this to social studies. Apply filter. And then I'm going to click search. Evaluating the structure of the Declaration of Independence. That could be interesting. So I'll click on that. And as a module, now it's a little different than a mini task. It has an overview of what the students are going to be doing. It tells you sort of how long the whole module should take. And then section 1 is the prompt, what they're going to read and what they're going to write. It's always going to be after reading something, write something, and then it's going to talk about what they're going to learn and what they're going to do. It'll have standards from whichever state it was developed. So I believe these are Florida standards. It'll have the text they're going to read. And then down here, it has all of the instruction that is going to be used to help the students learn this. So here is a task analysis. If I click on it, it will show me a preview of the mini task. So I can see the instructional strategies, and there's 2 handouts. If I want to see this all, I can go to the mini task. So if I want to see the full strategy, I click on go to mini task, and then I can see the whole strategy and the prompt and the resources here. And then I click here to return back to that module, which is the full unit. So again, you see strategies for preparing for the task, for reading process, transition to writing, and writing process. So students understand what they're going to do. They have strategies for scaffolding and holding their thinking on paper. They discuss what they're going to read and what they've read, and then they have a process for writing. This is a 5-hour total module. So to move it into my library, I'm going to click More Options, Copy Module, and then in My Library, you can either click straight to go to My Library or back here, and now I can make any changes I want because it's a copy. It's not that original one. This one's published for the world. This one only I can see. And now I can actually make changes if I wanted. I can click Edit and make any changes to the task or to the standards and add Texas standards. This is if you want someone to review it, if you're really going to teach this exact. Or you can just print the whole thing as is and click Export Module to PDF. And then download it, and now you have a full module that you can print out, and if you want, it has a rubric, and teach it as is. And here's all of the instruction, the step-by-step instruction, and links to the resources. I highly recommend you take some time and think about the units you're going to teach and see if there's any modules that match where you're trying to go. And then work with your colleagues or your coaches to make modifications and changes so that it matches your TEKS as well as your district curriculum.